Let's see who is with us this beloved morning. Good morning, Yora. Good morning, Lorianne. Good morning, Renee. Delightful to have you all with us. Hi. Okay. Here we go. Salvation of the world depends on me. Here's the statement that will one day take arrogance away from every mind. Here's the thought of true humility, which holds no function as your own, but which has been given you. It offers your acceptance of a part assigned to you without insisting on another role. It does not judge your proper role, but it acknowledges the will of God is done on earth as well as heaven. It unites all wills on earth and heaven's plan to save the world, restoring it to heaven's peace. Let us not fight our function. We did not establish it. It is not our idea. The means are given us by which it will be perfectly accomplished. All that we are asked to do is to accept our part in genuine humility and not deny with self-deceiving arrogance what we are worth. What is given us to do, we have the strength to do. Our minds are suited perfectly to take the part assigned to us by one who knows us well. Today's ideas may seem quite sobering until you see its meaning. All it says is that your Father still remembers you and offers you the perfect trust he holds in you who are his son. It does not ask that you be different from the way that you are. What could humility request but this? And what could arrogance deny but this? Today we will not shrink from our assignment on the specious grounds that modesty is outraged. It is pride that would deny the call for God himself. All false humility we lay aside today, that we may listen to God's voice reveal to us what he would have us do. We do not doubt our adequacy for the function he will offer us. We will be certain only that he knows our strengths, our wisdom, and our holiness. And if he deems us worthy, so we are. It is but arrogance that judges otherwise. There is one way, and only one, to be released from the imprisonment that... Let me redo that. There is one way, and only one, to be released from the imprisonment. Your plan to prove the false is true has brought to you. Accept the plan you did not make instead. Judge not your value to it. If God's voice assures you that salvation needs your part and that the whole depends on you, be sure it is so. The arrogant must cling to words, afraid to go beyond them, to experience what might affront their stance. Yet are the humble free to hear the voice which tells them what they are and what to do. Arrogance makes an image of yourself that is not real. It is this image which quails and retreats in terror as the voice for God assures you that you have the strength, the wisdom, and the holiness to go beyond all images. You are not weak, as is the image of yourself. You are not ignorant and helpless. Sin cannot tarnish the truth in you, and misery cannot come near the holy home of God. All this, the voice for God relates to you. And as he speaks, the image trembles and seeks to attack the thread it does not know, sensing its basis crumble. Let it go. Salvation of the world depends on you, and not upon this little pile of dust. What can it tell the Holy Son of God? Why need he be concerned with it at all? And so we find our peace. We will accept the function God has given us, for all illusion rests upon the weird belief that we can make another for ourselves. Our self-made roles are shifting, and they seem to change from mourner to ecstatic bliss of loving and caring. We can laugh or weep and greet the day with welcome and with tears. Our very being seems to change as we experience 1,000 shifts in moods, and our emotions raise us high indeed and dash us to the ground in hopelessness. Is this the Holy Son of God? Could he create such insustainability and call it Son? He who is changeless shares his attributes with his creation. All the images his Son appears to make have no effect on what he is. They blow across his mind like wind-swept leaves, From a form patterning on instant, break apart to group again and scamper off. Or like mirages seen above a desert rising from the dust. These unsubstantial images will go and leave your mind unclouded and serene when you accept the function given you. The images you make give rise to but conflicting goals, impermanence and vague, uncertain, and ambiguous. Who could be constant in his efforts or direct his energies and concentrate a drive towards goals like these? The functions which the world esteems are uncertain that they may change 10 times an hour at their most. What hope of gain can rest on goals like this? In lovely contrast, as the sun's return each morning to dispel the night, your truly given function stands out clear and wholly unambiguous. There is no doubt of its validity. It comes from one who knows no error, and his voice is certain of its messages. They will not change, nor be in conflict. All of them point to one goal, and one you can attain. Your plan may be impossible, but God's can never fail, for he is its source. Do as God's voice directs, and if it asks a thing of you which seems impossible, remember who it is that asks, and who would make denial. Then consider this. Which is more likely to be right? The voice that speaks for the creator of all things, who knows all things exactly as they are, or a distorted image of yourself, confused, bewildered, inconsistent, and unsure of everything? Let not its voice direct you. Hear instead a certain voice, which tells you of a function given you by your creator who remembers you, and urges that you remember him now. His gentle voice is calling from the known to the unknowing. He would comfort you, although he knows no sorrow. He would make a restitution, though he is complete. A gift to you, although he knows that you have everything already. He has thoughts which answer every need his son perceives, although he sees them not. For love must give, and what is given is in his name takes on the form most useful in a world of form. These are the forms which can never deceive because they come from formlessness itself. Forgiveness is an earthly form of love, which, as it is in heaven, has no form. Yet what is needed here is given here, as it is needed. In this form you can fulfill your function, even here, although what love will mean to you when formlessness has been restored to you is greater still. Salvation of the world depends on who you can forgive. Such is your function here. So lesson 186 says, salvation of the world depends on me. Okay, let's sip my celery juice. My sweet friend Joanne made me celery juice. So precious. Celery juice is amazing. It's an amazing tonic for me. Hi, Rosa Maria. Hi, Gabriella. Hi, Denise. Welcome, my darlings. So good to have you all here. All right, let me bring through our beloved Magdalene. Greetings, beloveds. When you come to understand, when you come to perceive that there is but one function, when one has stepped away from the realms of truth, when one has stepped away from heaven, the one purpose is to remember and to make one's way back to the beginning, which is also the end. The key to be able to do this, beloveds, is to forgive. For forgiving is the unlocking of the key, and is also the key to help you open wide the kingdom of heaven. In the moments in which You have allowed yourself to believe that there is something else that guides you in life other than the love of God. For the moments in which you have allowed yourself to perceive that there is an enemy, to perceive that there is anything against you. For the moments in which you have allowed yourself to judge yourself and others and say this does not belong. All you need to do, beloveds, is to forgive. And your function in the world is fulfilled. Because in that forgiveness, there is this moment of remembering. And in this remembering, beloveds, you are restored and made whole. The story does not change from lesson to lesson of what it is that is meant for you to know, what it is that is meant for you to remember. The way that you can be returned from the stranglehold that this reality seemingly has on you, beloveds, is to allow yourself to forgive the places where you have forgotten, the places where you say, there cannot possibly be heaven, for all that I experience is struggle and effort and pain. These are choices that you have made, beloveds. Choices that are undone as quickly as a breath. Choices that have been made to say, the salvation of the world does not lie within me, when yet that is the very place where it does. When you are willing to say, beloveds, that everything that exists within the realms of your reality have come from your mind, you can be returned to love. And that is what this journey is, beloveds, the return to love. The grace of being able to say, I have forgotten. I am in pain, for I have judged the world to be against me. I have forgotten. I am in anguish because I believe that another has harmed me. I have forgotten because I believe that I am alone in the world and that there is no one that truly understands me, no one that truly loves me, no one that truly feels me. And beloved, the journey is for you to feel the love of God, for you have forgotten that the truth of you is that you and the Father, that I and the Father, that we and the Father are one, that all of us are one, that all of us are beloved to one another. And then you can awaken and you can say, ah, yes, now I remember. And in that brilliant moment of memory, in that brilliant, exquisite moment of saying, ah, yes, I am at home and I always have been, you are freed. You are freed from believing that there is something outside of you that will save you, when yet the salvation of the world depends on you, because your consciousness alone alters the very fabric of your existence. So allow yourself to come today, beloved ones, to the memory and reach out for assistance. Ask for assistance. Holy Spirit, allow me to remember myself. Allow me to remember the being that sits in front of me, that stands in front of me, that walks before me. And help me to know that they too are the Son of God, the daughter of God, the children of God. It matters not the gender, beloveds. And you will come to see that the heart of each being belongs to God. When you allow yourself to know that you belong to God, that you always have, and God has always been with you, you waken from your slumber and you say, what was I thinking? How could I possibly have forgotten that I am holy? How could I possibly have forgotten that I am love? And you will look upon another and you will say, how could I possibly have forgotten that you too are holy and beloved? Reach within your heart, beloved ones, and find the truth. And when you open the door to that truth, the key of forgiveness, the kingdom of heaven, the doors are flung open wide. You are embraced. So the salvation of the world does indeed depend upon each of us being able to say, I forgive myself. I forgive myself for all of the lies and all of the untruths and all of the wrong thinking that I have ever possessed. And you come to see, beloveds, that there is no shame in this. There is only love and there is only freedom. There is only light. There were no lies. There was no wrong. There was just a journey that was undertaken to experience life. And when you can grant yourself forgiveness and grant all of life and all of beingness that same forgiveness, you are freed. You are freed and you are love. Allow that love to permeate everything you see, everything you touch, everything you feel, everything you think. And there you will find your freedom, and there you will find your salvation. It is not like Atlas, who believes that he carries the weight of the world upon him, but rather there is freedom in knowing that the salvation of the world does indeed rest upon you, for you are the world. We are the world, beloveds. We are the one ship. We are the sonship. So go today with these glad tidings of love. Go today with your hearts wide open to all of creation. Hug those you love. Be willing to hug those you don't. Find who in your heart still exists as an enemy to you, and forgive them, beloveds. Forgive yourself for the place where you have decided to project your own self-denial onto another. And know that you go with our love and our blessings. I am with you always, beloveds. My beloved and I, we come as a pair like holy salt and pepper shakers. Call upon us, beloveds, and know that we are with you always. All blessings to you, and I will speak with you again. Thank you, everybody, so much for being here. I love you. I'm going to go get to see a bunch of our friends. Ooh, who else came and joined us? Oh, good morning, everybody. Hi, Marianne. I love you all, and I will speak to you soon. Bye, everybody. Oh, by the way, this is his gorgeous golden cross with pearls and gold. Doesn't get better than that. Joanne bought these for me as a gift at the Smithsonian. How sweet is that? All right, I love you all. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the messages. See you guys tomorrow.